Hi there, my name is Adele and I run two companies focused on business strategy and supporting business owners, the leaders and their teams. In my line of work, I tend to be very busy and God has challenged me in this area so many times in my 21 years of doing business. It's so easy to get onto that hamster wheel, and I personally have felt myself on the hamster wheel so often, and it almost feels like somebody is putting the speed up and I have no control over it. And very often I've reached that space where I've said, I don't want to live like this. This is not God's best life for me. And in this purpose-driven life that I have, believing that what I do is so linked to my assignment here from God on this planet, it's really easy to become absorbed by it. God challenged me in the area of work-life balance, being centered around Him and finding Him in every moment. He challenged me with 4 massive words: less for, more with. And I said, God, what is this? I was particularly stressed at that time, and I said, what are these 4 words that you're saying to me? And He said, you're doing everything for me, you're doing everything for your family, and you're doing everything for your team, but you're not doing it with me. I was really taken aback because I thought I was. He said, you're trying to do everything in your own strength and you're doing it for me, but if I'm the CEO of your business and if I personally am the master of your life, should it not be with me? But you're leaving me behind. You say you're doing everything for your family, but the truth is that in your busyness, you're leaving them behind. And what about your team? You say you're doing everything for your team, when in actual fact, your team is not being given the skills to do things independently in this purpose that I have for you and what you do for me. I then had coffee with a friend, and she challenged me with further things that were just confirmation of what God was saying. Focus on me, center your life on me, and then everything will start to revolve around me and in a lot more order. She said 2 things. She said, Adele, you can often see someone's priorities by how they spend their time. Wow, if I looked at my life at that point in time, it definitely was not God first, family second, and work third. I think it was pretty much the opposite way. She then said, Adele, if your life was on auction, would you bid on it? Truth is, I couldn't say that I actually would at that time. In my quiet time shortly after that, God said to me, what example are you setting for your children? I've given you all purpose, but yet you're running ahead of your purpose and ahead of me. And in that, you say you're doing it for me, but you're never with them. You're never with the people that matter because you're so busy and haven't centered everything around me. Wow. I was so taken aback by how God was just speaking so authentically into my life and challenging me. I decided there and then to live the unashamedly balanced life. I reset my life, my priorities, and I said, God, you will be first. My family will come second, and third will be my work. It is important, it's purposeful, it is your assignment that you've given me on this planet, but it will be third. First will be you, second will be family, and third will be work. So how did things change? I spend time with God. Connect with Him. I'm a worshiper, so in my quiet times there's lots of worship and we connect, and I tend to play a lot of worship songs when I'm working and during my day, and sometimes God just comes into my office and meets with me, and it's so special when He does. Time with family, we prioritize making memories. We go away a lot, we prioritize our birthday weekends, and we try to go away every 6 to 8 weeks. Why? Because time with family is so important, and it honors God when we spend time with those that He's entrusted into our care to spend our lives with. Time with friends, I try and meet up with a friend every single week, at least one, to have coffee. Because when I meet with them, I foster relationships and somehow am able to share God's love with them. Some of them are saved, some are unsaved, and we just have a wonderful time, and it's a time for me to foster those relationships. And what about our health? What about living the centered life and knowing that our vehicle for purpose is our body? How important is it to not be stressed, having sleepless nights, feeling like you're running on that treadmill and someone else is managing the speed of that treadmill? It's so important to have balance and get our bodies to a place where our vehicles, being the vehicle for blessing and for our purpose, our bodies are functioning like they should without all the stress. So it's all fair and well to talk about work-life balance and how good that is, but how does that then translate into my business? And how does it work for my business and my clients? Well, the truth is that when I tap into God's wisdom by spending time with Him, He shares with me solutions that only He could think of. He knows their business better than I could ever know their business. He knows what they need more than I do. And when I spend time with Him, He drops these nuggets of solutions into my mind. I share that with clients, and very, very often it is the solution that they're looking for. By being more relaxed, more feeling like I've got less guilt around time not spent with people that I should be spending them with, and feeling more balanced and God-centered, I'm more present in my meetings with them, and I can give them the best of me. You see, this sort of centeredness around God and we're having work-life balance is counterintuitive to what we've been trained, what we've been taught to do. We've been told that busyness and this crazy lifestyle of always being busy is so good, but the reality is that God has a better plan for us. It's counterintuitive to live the unashamedly balanced life. It's good for your clients, it's good for your work to have balance and to put God first. Even God, on that seventh day, after creating the world, this God who doesn't sleep or slumber, who is amazing, who is astonishing, who doesn't need to rest, as a good dad, sets the example for us. And on the seventh day, He says, you need to rest. He rests, and in doing so, taught us the biggest lesson that we can live and should live, the unashamedly balanced life.